Hi guys, welcome to another fully operational video cast. Today we are joined by Anton and Spike, no less, from the Frozen in Carbonite podcast. How do, chaps?
Cool.
Hello.
First time I think
Thanks
we're
for
seeing...
having us.
No problem. No problem. I think it's the first time we're seeing everyone on camera. So you're welcome, internet. You're welcome.
Well, you've seen mine and Spike's torsos.
Oh, that's true. That's true. And Spike's phone continually going off.
Yeah. my swipe's run off. It's that way. Just go like that.
So, we all know why we're here, but do the listeners and the viewers know? Unless they've watched Frozen in Carbonite, you definitely should go check that out if you've not already. A couple of spoilers there. But we're here to spoil the new Jedi pod for the Star Wars LCG. Which set is it from, Anton? Remind me?
It's from It Binds All Things.
So this is due out late July, August, I think.
Yeah, around about that time, yeah.
So the first card in the pod, I'll kick off and then we'll take one each and go round. So the objective itself is a 5-1 Jedi objective, Ties of Blood. It's Endor traded. Reaction: after opponent's conflict phase ends, deal 1 damage to a target enemy objective if that opponent has not declared at least 1 engagement this turn. That's a new mechanic, I think. We've not had a do 1 damage if at the end of an objective or the end of a phase, to the best of my knowledge. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah. It's a complicated one. I'm trying to think of it. I mean, just get the wording around my head. Deal 1 damage to a target enemy objective if that opponent has not declared at least 1 engagement this turn.
Yeah.
So it's basically punishing sit back on the Force and wait out the dial Sith players, right?
Yeah, which is something we should all welcome. I think Sith has been around in the meta for forever, so that's a good thing. I did check the wording on it. In the first turn, the dark side skips entirely their conflict phase, so I don't think it triggers in turn 1 if you flop it on your first 3.
No.
So, Anton, any thoughts?
It's a nice ability, but I would have preferred it if it was maybe 2 engagements. 1 engagement seems to be easy to... You could just throw a chud in just for anything if you're really desperate to stop that 1 damage.
Yeah.
Or if it's 2 engagements, that really forces the dark side player then to have to attack to stop that damage. But it can be useful.
Yep. Okay, moving on. Card number 2. I think this is Spike. Do you want to take this one?
Absolutely. So it is Leia Organa herself. It looks amazing, as I'm sure you'll agree. There she is in her jungle camo. 3 cost, which is fair. No one's going to argue with that. 3 force pips.
Yep.
Very good. 1 black blast damage. 1 black blaster damage. 1 black tactics damage. So a really nice spread of icons. She's character, force sensitive. I think flavor-wise that makes a lot of sense at this point in the film.
Yep.
And she has a really cool reaction. And the reaction is, after an opponent's conflict phase ends, deal 1 damage to a target ready unit. If the balance of the force is with the light side, deal 2 damage instead. I mean, this is really cool. But it happens after the opponent's conflict phase ends, so it's not really enough to do a damage like Han's ability does or a heat of battle would do to knock someone out. But in terms of board control, unit control, you could put 1 damage on Vader and then knock him out straight after, and bye-bye Vader, he's not around, provided Leia survives herself for that reaction to come to fruition. Is that fair to say, gentlemen, do you think?
Yeah, fair assessment.
Sorry. My only point on this, you've got to remember what targets are going to be ready after the opponent's conflict phase. It's people who they're going to put on the Force, and I think that's what it's directed at. It's if you're going to put a Chud character, 1 health on the Force, this is the target to take them out, and you've got more Force control.
Yep. Again, Force control, big theme of this cycle. So.
Yeah, I think she's great. I really like her. I think for me, the reaction for her cost, weighing up her cost and weighing up like her health, she's still fragile, like regular Leia is as well. Force choke's going to take her down. that's the biggest worry is how fragile she is. She's got nice icons. She's going to be useful in combat, and her reaction for me is just a little too carefully worded to be game changing. But having said that, she's definitely going to make an appearance in my deck.
Yeah, I think she's well costed. I mean, even without that reaction, I'd consider she's not edge dependent at all. So you can throw her. She'll fit in a rebel deck if you wanted to. You're not bothered about you can't really win an edge that easily within a rebel deck. She fits a lot of decks. I think she'll see a lot of play.
Absolutely.
I'm keen to put a lightsaber on her as well.
Oh yeah.
Make her quite
yeah,
dangerous.
absolutely. Do you think that she's more of a defensive card than an offensive card? Obviously, how do you see her? Because obviously you don't want to be attacking with her too much because if you want to trigger her reaction, because you don't want her to die, because you want to keep that nice reaction moving, and maybe just put her on the force with those 3 force pips. How do you see her as a card, offensive or defensive?
I think it'll depend on the style of deck you throw her into. If there's the standard Jedi deck there with the protectors and shielding, that can do a lot to mitigate the 2 health. And she's just a utility card. I think that's the best way of summing her up. She'll do whatever you need her to do that turn, whether it's defense. I think I'd prefer her on the offense. Maybe that's just my style. I like throwing tactics down rather than waiting and reacting to an opponent. But Anton, thoughts?
Yeah, not too much else to say. I think that the black icon's very important. Which with that, I want to attack, knowing that I can get that in no matter what happens.
Yeah. Okay, great. So moving on to the third card of the pod, Anton, take it away.
And we have our furry little companion. It's an Ewok companion. He's 1 cost, 1 health, 1 force pip. His character Ewok. He's a neutral unit. He has 1 black blast, and he has the brilliant keyword shielding. So what do you think, guys?
For 1 cost.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
1 cost shielding, right? Pretty nice. And and another Ewok so synergizes nicely with tribal support.
Yep, nothing to complain about there. One resource is always nice to fill a gap at the end of a turn. Shielding, phenomenal. Beautiful.
And the art on this card, that is a very detailed Ewok, I have to say.
It's true, but only 1. I think I'm a little disappointed. There's only 1 in the. It seems a little low in number, right?
Yeah. I guess it's one of these. It's got the trait Ewok, so there's definitely some time and thought gone into making that a thing. So hopefully there's just going to be more down the line. Potentially an Endor pod. If we've seen a Hoth pod, chances are we'll see an Endor pod. Cycle. So
I hope so. You know what would be cool if they released a deluxe box of just neutral pods.
That'd be true. That'd be good.
And one was just 6 Ewoks.
Yup.
Yup. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, great card. 1 cost. 1. Yeah, cool.
Can't ask for much more. Card number 4. We'll flip reverse it. Anton, I know you had a particular fondness for this card, so take it away again.
Right, it's a Jedi enhancement. It's native support. It's 2 cost, 1 a force pip, generates 1 resource, is enhance your play area. Action, remove a shield from a card you control to remove 1 focus token from this enhancement or from a friendly Ewok unit. So guys, what do you think?
I love it. I think it synergizes really well. I mean, obviously you only get 1 shielding Ewok in the pack. Throw some Secret Guardians in. You're taking those shields off those units. You're attacking with the Ewoks from tribal support. You're moving defenders out. You're doing whatever you want. You're rinsing and repeating. I think it's really good.
Love it. And surprise resources as well if you need them. Remove that shield. Great.
Very cool.
Anton, anything from you?
If you cast your mind back a few months to another spoiled set, the Ferris Olin pod, the Deep Commitment, that has a lot of shield shenanigans with it. I think this will work perfectly with this set.
Yeah.
You can
Well said.
keep those Ewoks in play pretty much all the time.
And moving on to card number 5 of the set, Leia's Command. It's a 1 cost Jedi event with 1 force pip. Reaction, after an opponent's conflict phase ends, deal 1 damage to each ready unit and objective controlled by that player. This damage cannot be prevented by shields. Oh, baby. Thoughts?
Ouch.
Yeah.
Very cool.
This is the money card.
The money card, indeed. 1 cost.
Oh,
Gee.
three, it's six. I mean, two of those for 6 damage, right?
Yep.
And then in a turn, plus 2 rebel assaults, plus potentially even 2 more rebel assaults from the other set. I mean, you could be finishing off people's objectives without even like having to play a single unit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Especially when people were looking at that new Snowspeeder assault.
Oh yeah,
That got people raging about how much damage that could do for the cost. This is insane.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so good, so good, and the art's amazing. The art's
Yeah.
amazing.
And it's going to remove cheap defenders as well and allow help you get those sleuths in the next turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my regional deck is screwed against this.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought when I saw it. So Anton is not going to be happy. Those Espo troopers are going to be feeling some pain.
Yeah, and cannot be prevented by shields. Did it? It didn't need that, did it? Just do damage was enough. But
Why not? Hey,
yeah,
why not?
player's a good shot apparently. So
Ah, great.
maybe. Yeah. Anything else? I think that this card speaks for itself.
Speak to itself. Ouch.
Yeah.
It's pure navy hate, I think.
Yeah. You do need an open Jedi resource. It's not neutral. Just trying to find something
hang
to
on. That's
tone it
the
down.
deal breaker there. That's
Just
the
whoa,
deal
steady.
breaker there, Andy. Whoa.
And let's face it, it's only got one force pip. So I mean, if you are,
Whoa.
yeah, ouch.
That's
Brilliant.
where the enhancement comes in, though, isn't it? Chuck a shield away, free up that resource, bang, straight in.
Oh, holy balls, Anton. Good shout. Oh my god. Yeah, amazing.
Very good.
Um,
All right.
and card 6, round it out. Go for it. Play.
Card 6, a little bit of protection. Everyone knows fake card, 2 force pip, 1 shield on a target unit or objective. Lovely, obviously nice synergy with the earlier enhancement. Help you get some of that either resource open or one of your Ewoks freed up.
Yep.
Is that new artwork on the card or is that just me?
I don't think so.
No, that's the original card. It's just
original.
one you don't see it very often, but I think this set will bring protection into the game a lot more.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, God forbid the dark side. For the time being, it's amazing. But if you're seeing abilities like the Moldy Crow stripping keywords off of units, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if this is heralding an equivalent dark side unit that might do the similar thing.
Interesting. But yeah, I mean, great pod overall, right, guys?
Yeah, phenomenal. This is going to see a lot of play in my eyes. Protection, like you say, it's not a fake card we see much of. So yeah, it's definitely breaking open a new area of the game. We've seen the force struggle come to the front of the game. Now shielding, maybe that's about to get some love.
Excellent.
Love it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, FFG, for allowing us to spoil it, hey?
Indeed. Thank you very much, guys. Pleasure having both of you on. Apologies for the technical difficulties towards the end of the cast there, but worth it for an amazing pod, I think we'll all agree. No
problem. And just a quick shout out that you can see all the artwork in its glory on Facebook / No Disintegrations London, where we'll put it up straight after this video. Yep. If you guys haven't listened to the Frozen in Carbonite podcast as well, they happen at the same time as this video spoiler, then check them out. Links will be in the description. Also, feel free to follow us three on the Twitter handles you see on screen. And thanks for watching.